Hey again, in this video I will talk about the style in Python and how we do style or for our layout. To make this tutorial easy for me or for you, I will start doing this video on IDLE because it's show real time. It'll be easy for you to track the style and how to change it. So to get started, I say first, I just click enter to see this line first. After I see it, I say from tk enter import. I do import for start. This is what we have it. Then I say hey from tk enter import ttk. Is that right? Yes. Now I have to have a root. So root equal tk, and here you go. This is my layout. So let me add some buttons inside this layout. So I would say hey button 1 equal ttk button, ttk dot button in this way. Then add this button to root and give it text button 1, and I click enter. So you know, because the button need to have pick, so I say hey button 1 dot pick because I need to add it to the layout. Say good. So I will do second button. So let me add the second button here. I will change the text here too, and I will change this one also to 2. So second button. So then I do button 2 dot pick. So I have 2 button. Now to make my work like more professional, let me add third button. So I say button 3 equal ttk dot button to make it faster. Then I say root text equal we could add single quotation or double quotation, that's okay, doesn't matter. So whatever style that you are happy with, do it. Then button 3 dot pick. Here you go. So 3 buttons, one under another, you add them here in the layout. So that's great. Let's talk about the style. So to start working with the style and change the style of this page, we have to do a style. We define a variable named style, and we say this is from ttk dot style. Okay, this ttk style have the style of our layout. The good thing, you have to know this layout will appear in this way in Mac, but when it go to Windows, you will take the layout from Windows, the default layout. When it go to Linux, it will take the default layout from the Linux, because it is a cross-platform and have to work on different layout, different platform. But the question here is how I know the names of the style that I have it in this machine, like that installed in this machine. It's really easy. Just I have word style, just I write style dot, I say theme this way, theme underscore names. Then click enter. You have to show me all the themes names that are available in the Mac. See, this is the themes that are available now in this Mac. You could use any one of them. So to see the current one that use it, just I say style dot theme name, our theme underscore use. I need to know which theme is used here, Aqua. So maybe you don't like this style, for example Aqua, you want to use another style, you say style dot theme underscore use. You define which one you want to use it. For example, you want to use a classic one, just copy it and add it here, close the bracket, enter. See, he changed the style for it as a classic. So really easy, you select which one you would like, classic, default, whatever. Sometimes when we work with code, he don't know which one to use, so you have to define it for him. Yes, this is basically how we do design, or how to see the themes that are already installed, how we select specific theme for our app. And now let me talk more in details. So what if I want to define specific CSS or specific style and I want to apply it to all buttons? So this is really easy by say hey I have style dot configure in this way. Then you open a bracket, then you give it which properties need. If you want to talk with buttons, if you see the name here is button, So if you want to talk with any button, you say T capital button. If you want to talk with label, T capital label. You start with T capital. If you start with entry, T capital entry. But not always. For example, if when we go to something, name it tree view, you don't need to add T capital. You already have it. So yes, this you will see it. We'll see it. But now I want to do style for any button I have it. So I say T button. Then I close the bracket, then I say what I want to do. Let's suppose I want to change the foreground color for my T button to be red. Hopefully will work. So now if you see all the button foreground color be red. So how I understand the name all the buttons using this CSS? Really easy. For example, take button, any button, take button 1 and just write dot win for underscore class, open bracket, close it. He will tell you the class that used by the button. So if you have hard time to identify which the class name that used by button or by the label or by the entry, just write the object name dot win info. He will give you the name, so you could modify it. So did you see when I just give it foreground red, he just update all the T button to be foreground red. You could do a lot. Like for example, I want to do also the font. Let me just say, hey, I want the font also to be whatever you want. I want it to be Arial, so I want to change the Arial. The font I want to change the size like for 24, whatever. I just hopefully it's correct now. Here you go. See, he changed the font to Arial, change it 24, and the blue red. See, he applied to all the button because I select all the button. But the question here, what if you want to do it for specific button? You don't want to apply on all. It's really easy again. You could do it by define your own style or your own custom style. Say, hey, okay, style.configure. Then you say, okay, what name you name it. I want to name it like info. But I have to define which class I want to inherit the information. I want to inherit from T button. I say info.T button. If I want to, with label, for example, give it name. Whatever name you'd like, give it. But now I want to give it info. But I have to do dot which class I want to inherit the information. I want to inherit the information from T button. That means, hey, take all the information from T button, put it in a new class, name it info.T button, and you could give it any more properties. For example, you want foreground color, ground equal, let's suppose the blue you want it, and you want to change something here in font size. You say, hey, I want the font size should be 18, and I want the something like bold. Okay, the color you want it to be bold. So now if you click enter, hopefully you need the close bracket. Here you go. Now I have a new style, name it TV this style. Now I want to apply this style to any button. Which button you need it? Button 3. Just you say, hey, button 3 dot config. Hopefully yes. Button 3 dot configure. Sorry. But you say it in this way. Button 3 dot configure. In this way, you just open a bracket. Then you give it a style equal. You want to set up it to this style, which is info style. That means, hey, I have a button, but this button I wanted to use this style. I don't want them to use the normal style that have it already. See, this button now have bold, have the blue color, and have the information of 18. See, you could do a lot with the button. You could do too many things you want to do it. It's really easy. Like, think about it. You need to do more information about when someone click on the button, you want to do something. You say, hey, I have style, and in my style, which style I have it? I have it this one. Now the new style I have it. So you say, hey, the style I have it dot map. I need to map this style that I have. If you see now, I have this star KW. Did this one remember you with anything? This remember you when we talked about object oriented and how we could send the different object too many parameters to specific object. Same thing we could do it here. So I say, hey, I want to map this button. So what you need, so for example, for background, like the background of my button, what I want to do, I want to do this thing. I open a bracket, I say when the button is pressed, when someone press the button, change the background to let me suppose, change the background to blue. So when someone press the button, change the background to blue. What's more you want to add? What more parameter? Just add semicolon, add the second parameter. I need when someone disable my button, disable LED. When someone disable this button, I want to change it to red, whatever, or you should change to gray to be same color of the background, gray. So when someone disable the button, you gray. So here we go. So I just did some updates, some modify on the button class. Button class now, TB button. When someone click on the background, when someone press it, change it to blue. When someone disable it, change it to gray. See, change it to blue. See, let me disable it. So I say, hey, button 3 dot, I want to disable. Do you know how we could disable? Remember, state, we say state, we open a bracket, we say this a bullet, disable it, and this way. Hopefully it will work. Not 9. So here I'm just disabling the button. Hopefully I see it in the gray. See, he changed it to the gray. So yes, this is the idea from this video. I want to show you how you could see the style, get it, how you could see list of the style, how you set specific style that you wanted, how you change the style that already been used to specific thing to apply to the button, how you take a specific button that you want to change the style on it when someone plays for someone play with it, and that is same thing that I wrote it here. You could write it inside the code directly. Doesn't matter, same result, but I want to show you here to show you in real time. Here we done, and thank you for watching.